Cloud. Okay.
Now I'm going to go through on mine first, so you guys can see kind of the overall thing, and then if you guys want to log into yours and screen share, I can make sure that you know how to get around on yours too. Okay.
Okay.
So the login, it'll be in the email, but it's just going to be that web address you see right here, fave.socialekg.app/manage. So if we buy a domain for the app to live on, you know, faveapp.com or whatever, then it would be that /manage is how you log into the back. So again, it'll be in your email for any new user, it'll be in there. But you're going to see the dashboard first. It just shows you how many page views, the last logins, how many users, all that stuff. And then inside the content section is kind of the main section you guys are going to hang out in here, in this CMS system. So you have a whole content list of everything that's in there, but you can quickly just add another one. So if you add a new content, you're going to have an article, a video, a sound, or an event. So if you want to post an article, that's where we're posting stuff into the marketplaces under article, and event is for the calendar stuff. So I'm going to walk you through both of them. We're going to start with an article first. So you'll see when you click on it, it's a nice, clean, easy to use. So you just title it here. This could be whatever the business name is. So ABC Inc. And then you would add in just text here. All your font stuff is all here. Your different fonts you want, normal, bold, etc. What size, everything. If you have coding experience, you can code, you can center things, you can make bullet lists, everything you'd want to do is in here. And if you want to add an element, you can add a photo. So if we're going to add a photo, you just click on add, and you can go from your library if they're already in, or you can go, there's also a gallery for a pixel. So if you needed a picture of, let's say, coffee. I don't know why, but let's just pick coffee, right? You have a bunch to pick from built in automatically, or you can import your own. So let's say we want this picture because this ABC Inc. is actually a coffee house. Awesome. And then it's smart designed. So what you're going to see is it's going to fill the space up here, and then you're going to have more room to write down whatever you want. On the right side here, you don't have to worry about the author. I've done all the editing where it's automatically not going to show the author anyway. But down the road, if you had like a guest blog and you wanted to have a specific author, you could highlight them there. And then that thumbnail is automatically going to add as the thumbnail for what you're going to see in the marketplace. So you can change that around or whatever. But then we could just say, you know, ABC Inc. makes good drinks. What do you think? Or whatever. One, two.
So John, the graphics that the girls are turning into us for this, should they be, because we've always used Instagram square size.
Yeah, so you would definitely, if you want to use square size, it's going to be the best aesthetically on the way we're designing the application.
Okay.
So if I wanted to crop this down to a square, I could click on here and crop it down automatically. I just know that we're already working in that. Squares would be better. I'm just showing you as an example for this.
Okay.
But
okay, great.
It's still 1080 by 1080 or 500 by 500 is still preferred for sure, because it's so much easier to format everywhere for mobile and everything else.
Yeah.
So you can add as many elements as you want. If you wanted to say that, you know, click here to get the offer or whatever. And obviously, if you guys get some kind of format, you could just cut and paste it into here. But you click here. If you want to add it to link it somewhere, you would link it back to their website. So we can add it to a section of the app. But what I would say is you want to go to an external link, and we'll go to, you know, abcinc.com or whatever it is, right? So it'll automatically turn to a link. It'll highlight it here, all that stuff. So it's all built in. You can, like I said, add as many elements as you want. You can add videos, you can add pictures, you can add whatever. This is a mobile app, so just be aware that the more videos you add, the slower it's going to take to load, and people get kind of frustrated. They expect things to just instantaneously be there. So try to find that balance between, you know, too much information or too much video and having it load on time, right? And that's up to you guys. So once you're done, this is what our marketplace is. You're going to see here on the other side, this is where we decide where it goes to. So it's automatically defaulted to be in Karen's faves right now. But let's say it's just going to be in health and wellness and not in Karen's faves, then we would do that. Or if it's going to be in both, we would just leave them both checked. So for this one, we're going to leave them both checked so we can see how it lands. But this is where you pick which topic you want it to go into. One thing, and I know we haven't talked about this yet, and I don't want to digress too much. These are all the SEO settings. So if you had meta descriptions and all that stuff, there's a spot for that stuff if you wanted to. Again, you want to, let's say, add it as an upsell feature or whatever down the road. You can also publish these at a future date right here. So you can pick a different date or backdate them. So, hey, this person was in on September 1st. You can go back to September 1st and show that. Or if you don't want to publish it until the 21st, you can do that as well. And then it will publish automatically on the 21st. So however you want to do it. So you can go through and make changes for the month or whatever, and then they'll automatically publish on the same day. So then you send out an app, hey, check out the new marketplace listings or whatever, you know. But yeah, you go through on here, change it. You can also attach PDF documents. So if they have like a price list or something, you could attach them into this as well. And there will be an option to download their price sheet or download our fall specials or whatever. You can attach those on here. So if I were to attach a PDF, let me just pick one that's we'll use this friends one. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and down here, the option is to save it as a draft because I have a future date automatically. But let's go ahead and make it today. Today is the 5th, 3:06 p.m. Perfect. So I'm going to change this now to we're going to publish it, right? So I'm going to publish this and I'm going to hit publish. And we just added something into it. Should be in the Fave market under Karen's Faves, but also under health and wellness. So if we want to check it, we would go to let me just check the preview here. And I mean, it'll be in your app obviously too once it's published. So marketplace. So now you have ABC Inc. with the coffee picture right there. But then also under health and wellness, you also have it there as well. So it's just that it's that done. You don't have to, and every time you add something to the marketplace, no one has to update their app. That's only for like big changes. Like it's not going to constantly require an update the app. It'll just update in their app automatically. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Try to make it as simple as possible to add listings in there. Yeah. And you'll see it's in both, right? It's in Karen's Faves because that's how we have it set up. It's also under health and wellness. And then if I were to search, like we did before, we were talking about the new layout. If I were to search for it, coffee, I would find it because it's going to search the entire thing, right? So that's that one. And then it's the same process if you want to add an event. It's the same thing. You click on event and you're going to see here, you put the address in. It has a longitude, latitude spot. It's going to do it automatically. So if I do my address here at Lake Stevens, it's going to automatically add the latitude and longitude. It's going to put it on a map there as a default. Same setup here. You can add an element, picture, videos, whatever else you want to. And then on this other side is the same thing. It's going to be in all the events as a default. But if it's a lifestyle event, you can just click there and put it in lifestyle. If you want to be Fave Business Society, or if it's a Business Society one only, or if it's a partner event, you can just tag it as such, and then it will go into that section under the event. So let's do this one as a partner event. This is the action buttons if you wanted to call to buy, you know, because let's say the partner is me. Just an example, there's my email, my phone number. If I want more information, I would say, you know, what is it? We did abcinc.com. And if I want to buy a ticket, let's say there's ticket purchasing prices, they can go to Ticketmaster or whatever their link is that they'll give you as part of their sign up, right? On all of these, I have comments on. I mean, we're trying to build a community here. So under each event, you have the option to like, oh, I'm so excited to go. Like you can get those off of the Facebook post and get them into your app so people can see engagement there, you know? That's for every listing too. So every listing has a spot for people to leave a comment or a review or a spot on someone's business. So they can, you know, these are trusted people or whatever. So, so this one we're going to add real quick. It should be simple. Come get coffee. And we want to bold the word coffee. We want to make coffee. We want to make it a bigger one right here, right? And you can get creative and cut and paste from your prettier stuff, obviously, in there too, right? So we have more information here, ticketing service here. Here's the action buttons for calling an event, and it's going to be in the partner events only. So if we publish this, we should see in the preview app under events. So all as a default are there. We can get rid of that category if we want to. It's kind of like Karen's Faves. It's just kind of a catch-all, but because we didn't check all, it's not in there, right? It is under partner events. So it's right there. the buy a ticket button is right there. And if I click on the picture, it'll say, see the website, send an email, get directions, come get coffee. See, it's got the coffee was bolded, right? Exactly when it is. The buy the ticket link will take you right there. And then the website takes you wherever the ABC Inc. In this case. Yeah, I see ABC Inc. in the corner here. I don't know if you can see it on the bottom left side of my screen. It tells you where it would be going. Whereas the buy a ticket would take you to Ticketmaster. So that would all work inside the app. It's built in natively to work with whatever their default services on their phone. So they click on directions, it's going to give them directions if they're on iPhone in their Apple Maps, or their Google. If they're on Android, it's going to go right into Google Maps and give you directions to it. So,
so
yeah.
one of the things I'm wondering about like this, and we might just have to kind of learn as we go too, is how many characters we should allow for some of this stuff so it doesn't get too long. Because some of these girls write these big, long things for their events and their stuff.
So if there's room to have as much as you want on the event. So what it will look like is the front thing. Like, so for perfect example, I didn't put a title in here. So it just did the title as the address.
Just the title.
If I go back here and I change this to, coffee with firemen, I don't know.
Ooh.
Right? Not a bad day, right? And then so now if I publish again and change it, then when I go here and I go to my preview, it automatically changed to coffee with firemen. So the title is right there. And then I only put come get coffee. I could have wrote a whole script of whatever I wanted to, and it would have been there, right? So but what they'll see on the main screen is they'll just see under the events, they're gonna see the title. Oh, where'd it go? Coffee with firemen, the address and the time, and the buy tickets. That's the first thing they're gonna see.
Okay.
So no matter what else is on that thing, they won't see it until they click on that event.
Okay.
And then with the market, I just want to show you, since I did on ABC Inc., you'll see I didn't write a bunch of stuff here. You just click here, and then there is that PDF that's available. So if they attach PDFs, they'll automatically go on the bottom of everything else. And this would take me to abcinc.com, whatever I picked here too. So again, they can write as much as they want. That title screen is just going to show the name of the company and then just the first part of their tagline. Like that first sentence, it's just going to show that first part. So yeah, everything you're going to want to add content-wise is this top section here in the content piece. This is really going to have all the comments are here as well. So if you want to see what people are saying, you can pen them notifications. So if you're getting spammers or whatever, or people are being mean on there, you can enable moderation if you want to. You can also just leave them pending until you guys approve them if you want to. Sometimes that's good to weed out people, right? So your call. I can leave that either way, and you guys can adjust that as well. And all the comments would just go on here on what it's about. This is under Leader Academy. Someone said great job or whatever, right? So all of that's here. Content list is going to have everything that's in here, and you can scroll down and I just want to see just the events. Okay, perfect. Here's the other happy hour one I did earlier. We tested, right? And a couple demo ones, but also we haven't talked about sound yet. This is where your podcast would go. Is also where you can upload like like an audio of a session. So if you did a really good Zoom with someone and you wanted just that to be a talk track, you could upload those here. Check out listen to last week's Zoom call. I did set it to where it has a player built in. So if they click on play, they can close the app and go about their business, and it will play in the background, just like Pandora does, or just like anything else does. So that is set up for you guys.
Wow.
So if it's like a motivational talk or something, and you do Motivation Mondays, they could literally click on it, hit play, and then close the app and go about their business on their phone or do whatever, and just hear it playing in the background. So that's also set up if you want to. We just have to have a spot in the app for it. So yeah, everything under content is right there. I tried to make it as pretty self-explanatory as possible. The next section is community, and that's where you're going to see your user list of people. So if you want to import a bunch of people, you could do that. You can import them right here.
So where do you import them from?
If you have a list of people. So if you have a bunch of contacts in your MailerLite, right? You could import the data into here and match it up with the fields that are on here, and then you could import, hey, you already have an account made on our new app, check it out. Or they can just make their own. It takes 2 seconds. You've seen the process. So
Yeah.
but sometimes you get people like, I don't want to do technology. You'd be like, hey, if you text me right now, we'll make you an account or whatever.
Yeah, because it'd be nice for us to get all the current members uploaded for them.
Right, they already give you the picture, all that stuff, and they're already
Yeah,
been
we already have it all.
form. You already have the data. Yeah, you could import it instead of doing it one by one. So you could just you pick a CSV file, match up with the field, like name associated with this, and you're good. Yeah, you're getting a head nod from Gina. She knows what I'm talking about. And then it would import all of them right there automatically. This is also going to be your user list. You'll also see that when we're importing, it gives you the option to import into a specific group. So if we have a society group and they're already members, you can put them in that group for down the road, or you want to call them founding members or whatever you want to call them. We can make a group for that. And then we can denote, we can push out just notifications to them. So like as an example, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but under notifications, if I want to send out a push message to anyone that has, hey, appreciate, oops. And you could go open the app and you could go to like a special page. You could go to like, we'll do a child care page. So it's actually, it's called, let's say, book your one-on-one or whatever it is, right? And you want to hit just people that are targeted in one of your groups. So just the society member groups. You could tell them, hey, and only the ones on that phone will get that message that says chat, book your one-on-one. And when they slide it open, it will go right to the booking page.
Yeah, we're going to need 3 different groups: the biz society, the marketplace, and our lifestyle, because those are the 3 different members that we're going to have.
Perfect. Let's do it
They
right now.
changed the accountability to just the biz society.
Okay, perfect.
So how do we adjust that? To those 3 groups?
Community, user list, and then you'll see right here it defaults as a list, but we'll go to groups and we'll make a new group. So we want society and marketplace, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because those are the 3 different memberships that people can buy.
Perfect. And we're changing the accountability one to what?
To the lifestyle members. Lifestyle.
Okay, so there you go. So those are now done. Society, accountability, and marketplace. Oh, what happened? There we go. All right. So you have the default groups right there. And then if you want to make certain sections of the app, like as this thing develops, right? If like this is only set, there's an accountability section right now that's only set to, it was set to the accountability group. But if you wanted a section for maybe extra discounts or whatever it is, right? Whatever you want, or maybe there's only premier events you can only get if you're society, whatever you denote as access, you can line up the app with access to only those sections too. So they'll either not see them or they'll say, hey, you're not quite a member of this group yet.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. So the accountability who has access to that, to the other stuff when they log in is actually the society, and the lifestyle people don't have access to that.
Right. So we just click here and we change it to society members, right? Is what you said?
Yeah.
Or no, lifestyle, right? Which one
No,
has access
that's
to
right. That's right.
Okay.
You got it.
Perfect. So now if they're members of society, when they log into the app, they'll have that accountability extra thing on the menu.
Mhm,
And if they're not, they won't see it. So
okay.
yeah. So that's the long and short of it. Also the monetization for making ads. You can also create ads the same way. It's a very, very similar process. So let's go to internal ad network. I just want to show you real quick. So it's being recorded. You add an advertising campaign, you name it whatever you want. So we're going to call this one, maybe we call this one founders. And this is going to be people that are on the homepage or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You decide what platforms they want to show on. And then you can either set the rules to show for a certain amount of time, or maybe until 1,000 people see it, or until 50 people click on it, or whatever you denote as the target, right? So probably it's going to be a period. They'll probably do it for a month, I'm assuming, right?
Right,
Like be on the front page for a month. It's kind of how most people start out. So once
right.
you add in the founders thing here, it's going to let you pick. Do you want it to be a rectangle on top? You want it to be a full banner on the home page, or do you want to be on certain pages specifically? Do you want to be on internal pages only?
Wow.
And then you can create a link to right to their page and their profile when they click on it. It doesn't have to even leave the app. So it could go to health and wellness, or it can go to an external link. Oops. Like to their website, the purchase directly or whatever, right? So, and then you put the picture here. Obviously, this picture is going to change on. There's the sizing restrictions for each of them. It'll automatically adjust most of the time. So honestly, if you do it on the home page and you do one of these two style, it's just one picture. You don't have to worry about getting 16 different sizes because there's not a bunch of different phones. Once you get into specific pages, then it has to. Phones are different sizes, and you got to pick a different little ratio for each one. So if it were me, for now, I would just say homepage, and then you have the two options. You want it to be a little banner, or you want it to be a little bigger rectangle. You put the picture here, you name this specific advertisement. So we'll call this one Fave just for now, and we'll call this one like join the marketplace.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to, then this would be your Stripe link, stripe.com/whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to resize this one, but you get the idea. Then I would hit save. And then if I wanted to add an ad onto the home screen, so once the ads are in there, and you could have multiple ads and have them rotate through or whatever, everything under founders is going to run for 1 month and it could just rotate through. You can see how many times it's been displayed, how many times people clicked on it, what the click-through ratio is, all that stuff is already built in. You don't have to go run a report or anything. It's just all under internal ad network. And then what I would do on my end is when I'm actually designing the app, I would just add a section. Actually, I'll just show you real quick. You won't have a section because I don't want anything to get broken when we're building, right? But in the home screen, I would just add advertising, and I would link it to that specific campaign, the founders campaign, right? It's done. It's a banner. It's set up. I hit save, and now on the home screen, advertise right here. And it's just showing you where the advertising is. So you won't see it on the preview, but on the actual app itself, once I published it, we haven't done the updates yet, right? So when I've updated it, it would show those new changes. And I hope that you saw that if we're doing, I know I'm jumping around a lot, I apologize, but if I'm going to do here, and I go to this founders one, I can pick the start date too, right? So I could start it next month. So you could be doing next month's ads, getting them ready, getting them all built and everything. You don't have to wait until the first and go through like setting ad campaigns is normally a pain in the butt because you have to run through and do it the same day. Because it uses the same system as the calendar, we could start October 1st and run through October 31st and only put founders October, founders November, and build them all in advance, and they're all ready to go and scheduled, and you don't have to do a dang thing. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at. I want to make sure you both can log in okay. So I'm going to stop sharing on my side, and if one of you guys want to log in and just make sure that we can get in and you can click around and see the same stuff, I'd love to make sure you feel comfortable with it. And of course, answer any questions you guys have. I appreciate your patience.
Yep, I'm in.
Okay, perfect.
Are you in, Tina?
Yes, I'm in. I have a question. For instance, I have to like add a what do I call that? I have to add an article or an event, and then is there a way that we can just assign a specific duration for that? Like they can only be here for like 1 month, and then it will not show in the app anymore. Is that possible?
Not on that list, unfortunately. It is for the advertisements, but those are meant to be like there permanently. The idea is that most people probably won't quit the thing. But if you go into content and then instead of ads, you go to the content list. Yeah, let me play around with it too.
Yeah, so
This is
John,
something-
your event that you posted fell off once the date was off.
Yeah, so the event should only showed until that certain day. And then
Oh, okay.
I have it not showing past events. I can turn it on so it still shows past events if you want to.
Yeah. Like for us, Karen, like for the other girls, they're like gonna have an offer for like 1 month or 2. So are we gonna post that as an event or just
No, that'll go, no, the only events go into events. If they have an offer and it ends,
mm,
well, they're
we have to
gonna have to
manually
be able
do it?
to, they're gonna have to be able to run that offer through for a whole month. Because we're gonna be updating once a month.
Okay, okay.
So they can't, if it's, well, no, I mean, if it is a workshop or something, yeah, we may have to run it in the events. If it's a limited time thing. Let me think on it.
Yeah, you could do either way. If you do it as an event also, it's just more exposure for them too. It's an extra step for you guys, but then their listing can be their main listing. And then the event could be, if people actually have to go to it, you make an event. Yeah, whatever you decide.
Yeah, because they go, a lot of times their offer is their 6-week program or something, which starts, October 12th or whatever, or September 12th. And yeah, there are these funky times that they have these things. So that's not just a regular service, that's a kind of a time thing. So you can't have it pop off the listing though, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because if they always want more people for their next class though, right? So if you click here to register for the next class,
Yeah.
if that link changes on the 1st or after their event, they can get it to you. And then all you have to do is, Tina, do you want to share your screen real quick and I can show you how to edit it?
Sorry, hold on. Let me see. Share screen. Share screen. Okay, I'm just here right now.
Yeah,
And
so let's
then-
click on, if you go back to the content, oh yeah, you're on the content list. Like, let's
Yeah.
go to ABC Inc., for example, right? The next one that's in the,
This one? This
yeah,
one.
the one I just made, yeah. So let's say it was gonna change next month, right? You could scroll down a little bit.
Here,
On the
change
left-hand-
date.
No, if you just keep scrolling down on the left, then you can change that link or add if it's a different link or it's whatever, you could change it and then
Okay,
set it to automatically, yeah, and then scroll down to the very bottom. I mean, yeah, and then change it
This one?
on the right-hand side. On the where it says publish, there's a little caret next to it. Go left a little bit, directly left.
this
Yeah,
one?
click on the arrow there. There you go. So you could delay it to go out.
Okay.
The changes will get delayed. So the one is still on there, and then whatever changes you put in will be delayed to publish.
Okay.
So you don't have to wait until 1 month and go through and make 50 changes in one day. You could do them as they come in if you want to, off a list or whatever, and then just
So
it'll automatically update.
oh, okay. So cause like I have my coffee event every month,
Hmm.
So.
Right. So if it's an event, you go through and just change the date on it. Where this is the listing that we did, the ABC listing or whatever it was.
Mhm. Okay.
So like for instance, since we have this on a monthly basis, like every time I click on that delay, because sometimes, right, Karen, there's a changes in venue
Yeah,
for
there's usually a change in link, a sign up link, because I'll put in a different Eventbrite link.
Oh, okay. So like for instance, I want to do it in one sitting and I want to do like 3 events for this coffee hour. If I do like update one and then change the link and then click delay, so that's gonna be one One
Oh, I
post,
see what you're saying. Yeah, do me a favor, go back to content list. I
content list.
understand. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go back. Let's go to the actual event and work with that one because I don't. Yeah, so, Coffee with Fireman was the
Happy.
event, right? The top one.
Yeah, coffee
Is
with
it?
farm. This one.
Yeah. So if you click on that one,
Okay.
you have on the very bottom, you can duplicate it
Oops, sorry.
at
Duplicate.
the very bottom to the
Oh,
left.
Oh, here.
Yeah, hit duplicate, and then it will just copy the event with all the same stuff, and you just put it in the link, change the date, and be done.
And
Yeah.
then
And if
click
it's an ongoing
delay.
series, then you could delay it until not to be published right away, or you just change the date, and it will just show up as next month's thing. Either way.
Yeah.
But if you want to delay it
Okay.
until a different day, you can click delay that way.
yes. Yeah. So Tina, yeah. So you'll be able to go in there and do all the coffee ones.
In one sitting. Yeah.
One sitting and probably just do all, we'll just get all the events. set up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. Thank you.
But also, if you don't delay them and just publish them with future dates, it'll just show more stuff on your calendar. It's not a bad,
Yeah.
it's not a bad spot to be. So
So just change the date and then the information and then just
Or
you could
just-
even just publish it if you wanted to.
And
Yeah,
then
and it would just
publish.
show up.
Yeah, we'll just duplicate them because it's gonna be the same words and everything, you don't even have to
Right.
copy and paste, just duplicate the thing, and if there's a different graphic, we'll just put in a different graphic or not, or,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Or if there's a different,
Okay.
it's been sponsored by someone, right? You throw the sponsorship information in or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, this is
Okay.
great. There's so much we can do with this.
Right.
So this
Thank
is,
you.
I mean, it's gonna take time for me to get everything up and going, but yeah, this is really
and then
cool.
while you're in here under publish, you don't have stuff
Okay.
for the App Store. Oh, on the left side, the left menu bar.
This one? Menu, menu,
Other way,
menu.
sorry. Yeah. Under publish, the next one down.
This
you should
one?
have access. Oh no, right above
Publish.
it where it says publish. Yeah, right there. If you click on that one. These are your buttons. So if you want a QR code for like an email campaign or something, you can click on QR code. If you want a button for a website or a widget or hey, share our stuff, I left those open for you so you can get a QR code that'll take you right to this is right here. So I would go that's for everything. But if you click on iOS, it'll give you one that takes you right to the App Store. If you
So I
click
can-
on
This one.
yeah, so one it's not because it's not in the store yet, but you'll have
Oh,
the URL will load automatically, and you pick the size and small, and you can save it and give you a QR code for it.
So
Okay.
I'll use I could use like a QR code on a business card or something to get.
Yeah.
Exactly. Download our app, right? Exactly. Yep, or whatever it is.
Download our app, so.
And then there's buttons there too, also for the website. So if you want to put a button on a different website, you can click there.
publish.
And then as soon as it's published, you'll be able to create a button that you can share your app with people.
Okay,
Like, hey,
Ah.
download our app, like on the very top of the Fave Society website, right? Download our app. You can download our app on Apple or Android and have a button there. So all those are in there too.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
all right, we can
So
start.
it's not too complicated. Does that make sense?
No, it's not.
Okay,
She-
good.
This is cool.
Man.
Yeah, and I can tell what she's nodding. I'm like, oh yeah, she gets it. She gets
Yeah,
it.
yeah, this is simpler than the website.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the nice thing on the app is when you're out, the way they built the app out, if I'm in the Fave app and I go to events, there's a Coffee with Fireman event. If I click on it, I do have the option to share.
Oh,
So I can share from the app, and what it will do is it'll open up that sharing menu,
Yeah.
and you can
that's
share it to
nice.
Facebook or whatever. So, and that's every article's that way, every event's that way. And then if I wanted to leave a comment, I can comment on there as well. I can comment on, hey, I'm super excited to meet the firemen this month, yay, or whatever,
ooh, I might have to have an event like that.
right? It's not a bad idea. Firemen reading
idea.
dogs to puppies or
Coffee
something.
with
I'm
firemen.
telling you, right? Just man. Whew.
Yeah, I didn't know. we were
But
gonna-
what I don't want this to do is be frustrating for you, Tina. I know you're importing from like a different bunch of different places, and with some people that necessarily don't embrace technology the same way you have, right? So if you
yeah.
get stuck, at all, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Like part of what this comes with is support, right? And sometimes Karen, like Tina telling you there's a problem and then you finding time to tell me about it, like I don't want it to be a sticking point for the transition for this. So feel free to shoot me a text or an email directly and say, hey, John, I'm stuck. How do I do this? I'm happy to help. That's all included in this, okay? So you're not bothering me too much. It's not a hassle. Like I want this to go as smooth as possible and be as big as possible for everybody. So please don't let that be a hesitation, okay?
Thank you. I'm
Excellent.
excited.
Yeah, excellent. So John, what is the status on getting the front page photos and stuff up?
They're going today. So I had some company in town this weekend.
Yeah, no worries.
Spend some time just relaxing. But yeah, the list tonight is the pictures you sent will be up there. And then I'll reply to that email to you with the application process for Android and Apple so we can get those in place.
Yes, okay.
And then we can start publishing and get the version out to actually test it and all that stuff. So
Okay,
we're
cool.
like 5-yard line or whatever metaphor you want to use. I don't know, but we're close. We're close.
Yeah, super excited. Whew.
And then you and I need to talk at some point about your event coming up and what you want that to look like for giveaway and stuff. So I know how to phrase it right and what your parameters are and all that. And we'll go from there. But
Okay, yeah, I got to get my head wrapped around that too. Whew.
that's why I'm telling you in advance. You got time to think about it. So I'll get pictures uploaded tonight.
Okay.
And I'll email you back with the links for the things that we'll know that's taken care of. And then we're on to the next thing.
Okay,